Nou, ons gesels nou al heel oggend oor kuns, van die nuutste modes en hoe om te koop om in jou huis te sit. But let's join Kat in finding out some handy hacks in hanging your artwork in your home.
Now, buying a new piece of art for your home is very exciting, but often those artworks never even make it onto the wall because there's the drilling, the mess, the struggle to get things to hang on the right level. That can all be very daunting. But luckily, we have the expert help of our DIY fundi, Daniella Erasmus, who's here to give us some helpful tips for easy and pain-free paint installations at home, right?
Correct. Yes.
Thank you. Well, thanks for being here. First, let's just go through the ideal and key tools that we need to make a paint hanging DIY mission at home as painless as possible.
Right. Most importantly, your trusted tape measure.
Okay.
We need the tape measure to find exactly where you're going to hang your picture.
Okay.
Secondly, you might need a hammer. You might need some screwdrivers. Definitely going to need wall plugs and screws.
Okay.
And then, obviously, most importantly, your drill.
Your power tool.
Your power tool.
If you don't have that, could you just use a hammer and a nail?
You could use a hammer and a nail, wouldn't recommend it.
All right. Now, I understand that also we do need to determine, of course, where exactly on the wall you're going to be hanging the painting. And that's what you said we're going to be using the tape measure for. So how do you determine exactly where you're going to hang it?
Well, technically, you'd like to put your artwork in some sort of a centre point.
Okay.
So first thing, we can demonstrate it right now.
All right.
Take your tape measure. I have got an 8 metre here. You don't need an 8 metre, depending on the length of your wall. You can get a 5 or a 3.
Okay, okay.
Depending where you want to centre it to. So it's all about your eye, where you'd like to put your picture, and then to find some sort of a centre for that.
Okay, well, let's see how we do it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take our tape measure. We're going to measure from end
from the wall
to your screw. So let's put it at 140.
Okay.
Okay, so that's your length.
Yes.
We're then going to take that and we're going to divide it by 2 to find the centre.
All right, so 140 divided by 2
is
70.
Excellent.
Yay, that math's kicking in now.
So I don't know if you'd like to hold this.
Okay, cool. So
take that to the 140.
Over here.
Right.
Cool.
And we're going to find our 70 and we're going to make our mark.
Okay, good. That's our centre point.
That's our centre point.
I always like it when it does this. It's so professional. Okay, cool. What's the next step?
Right, next step is we are going to drill our hole. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our drill, we're going to take our plug, and we're going to just measure how deep we have to go into the wall.
Let's have a look. So you take that and you place it over there, and it shows you that right over there.
Exactly. Okay, so take your tape and just put it exactly where your plug ends.
Okay. Here we go.
So take your plug away. We know now that we don't want to go any deeper into the wall than that point. Right, would you like to do your honours?
Let us get into this, eh?
Right.
All right, so we said that this is our mark there, right?
That is your mark.
Okay,
you're going to keep your shoulders square. You're going to keep your weight evenly distributed.
Okie dokie.
Right.
Okay, just get that. There we go.
Right, now push.
Are we there now?
Good. Stop.
We are there.
We are there.
There we go.
Pull your drill out gently.
There we go. Just make sure it's out.
There we are.
Oh, look at that. It's all me, baby.
You have a hole.
Lovely stuff. Okay, cool. Let's get through to the next step after doing that.
Right, next step. We take our wall plug. We now put this wall plug in your hole.
Here we go. And that should fit in perfectly?
It should fit in perfectly because we've predetermined how deep it needs to be.
Okay.
You can take your screwdriver.
So basically, you're going to get it in here. And then you're going to take your star screwdriver and then just work it in there. How far do you have to get it in before?
You can get rid of all that thread.
Okay, okay.
So that's good.
Are we doing well here?
Doing well.
That's good enough?
That's good enough.
Lovely.
Perfect.
And then we hang our painting.
Then we hang our painting.
And we've got a beautiful little number here.
So there you are.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. I just got to make sure that it hangs level, right?
Exactly, and that is why we have our level.
Okay.
So take your level and just put your level on top over here.
I feel like my eye was just so accurate there.
Let's see how accurate it was. Okay.
Are we getting there? A little bit over.
What you want is you want that bubble between those two lines. So that technically is perfectly straight.
Fair. There we go. There we go. There we go. Loving it.
And that's
my first time ever doing it. It wasn't that difficult. All right.
It's not that difficult.
Well, Daniella, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
And I hope that home hack did help you to overcome your fear of the drill and get all those framed photographs or new artworks up on your wall in no time. In fact, as you've seen, with the right kind of tools, a bit of planning, hanging anything on your walls can really be fun and as easy as 1, 2, 3.